Hi there, welcome to the Rest course. This is session 1. My name is Adam Carver and I'm looking forward to leading you through these sessions where we're going to explore rest and what it might mean to find rest and peace and become a non-anxious presence in this wonderful world that we are in. It was a couple of years ago now that I took a few days off as a retreat. I went out to Ingleton in the Yorkshire Dales and I hired this cottage, just me on my own, 4 nights. Really looking forward to it. I was working on a project at the time, but also trying to just find some rest and peace and have some extended time sitting and listening and reading and hearing the voice of God. What I didn't know at the time was that this cottage that I'd rented was right on the main road through Ingleton. So on the first morning I got up and I think I got up relatively early. I remember it was still dark outside. It was kind of, I think, November time, December time I went. And I sat in this lounge, which was literally, there was the lounge and the front door was from the lounge, and then there was the pavement and then was the road. And early in the morning, there were these huge 40-ton trucks going about 50 miles an hour past the window. It was not the most peaceful place that I'd found. And yet as I sat there that morning, determined that I was going to listen to the voice of God, I heard the voice of Jesus say to me, Adam, I want you to slow down so you can speed up. So I wrote it down in my journal. I went, oh, that's great. And then I started pondering, what the heck does that mean? How do I slow down to speed up? That doesn't make sense. But then as I pondered it and prayed into it over the next few days, I realized that for me to speed up was all about me speeding up in this process of transformation to be like Jesus. I want to be like Jesus. And there is a process of transformation to do that. I want to see like him. I want to talk like him. I want to act like him. I want his heart. I want to grow in compassion and mercy and justice and righteousness. I want to see people through his eyes. That was part of my time away, was, God, how do I do this? And he was like, okay, you got to slow down. You got to slow down. And that didn't mean that I was going to ditch a load of responsibilities, but it did mean that I had to make space, because I lived my life on speed. I mean, not literally, I didn't take speed, the drug, but my life was just one whirlwind of hurry from A to B. I'd have back-to-back meetings, literally straight out of one and straight into another, straight onto the email, straight to bash that out, straight to go to the kids to come home, straight to go pick somebody else up, straight to get a bit more work in, straight into sorting tea out, straight into another meeting. I would have no space. And then I'd just crash on the couple of evenings that I had spare. I lived my life in this rush state, like most of us do. How often when you ask people how they are, do you hear them say, I'm good, or I'm not so good, busy, oh, yeah. I determined from that time on my little retreat that when somebody said, are you busy, I'd be able to go, nope. And it's really fascinating when you do that, because people get a bit thrown. Have you had a busy week? No, not really. They kind of look and go, they don't know what to do, because it's so unusual. But actually, I don't think we're meant to be people who rush here, there, and everywhere, because rushing and busyness is killing us. One of the things I did pretty soon after that time was buy a couple of books. One was this one by John Mark Comer, The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. Another one was by a guy called Pete Scazzaro, which is called The Emotionally Healthy Leader, and there's an Emotionally Healthy Disciple as well. Brilliant, brilliant books. And I want to read a small passage out of John Mark Comer's book, because he just writes it so well about the devastating impact of busyness and hurry on our lives. Thomas Merton once called the rush and pressure of modern life a pervasive form of contemporary violence. Violence is the perfect word. Hurry kills relationships. Love takes time and hurry doesn't have it. It kills joy, gratitude, appreciation. People in a rush don't have time to enter the goodness of the moment. It kills wisdom, because wisdom is born in the quiet, the slow. Wisdom has her own pace. She makes you wait for it. Wait for the inner voice to come to the surface of your tempestuous mind, but not until waters of thought settle and calm. Hurry holds all that we hold dear: spirituality, health, marriage, family, thoughtful work, creativity, generosity, name your value. Hurry is a sociopathic predator loose in our society. Hurry, he says, kills relationships. Love takes time, and hurry doesn't have it. We live in a crazy world where most people rush around. Doesn't matter whether they've got 3 little kids, they're single, or we just end up rushing. It seems to have nothing to do with our job or with our life. We've all got reasons why we should be busy and why we need to rush and why life's hectic. But we have to start to ask some deep questions about the culture we're living in. Is it bringing life? Does it help your internal state? Do you feel rested at the end of the day? Do you feel calm? Does it bring your anxiety levels down living that way, or does it take them up? See, there is another way to live. Jeremiah in chapter 6 and verse 16 says this: "Stand at the crossroads and look, ask for the ancient paths, ask where the good way is and walk in it, and you will find rest for your souls." And this is a brilliant verse, I think, for where we're at, because it says stand at the crossroads. Every day you stand at the crossroads, and when you're at a crossroads, you've got a choice to make. Are you going to go left or right or straight on? What course are you going to allow your life to take? And you do have a choice. You do have a choice. This is not about getting rid of responsibilities or ditching your job or going off and getting a camper van and running around the world. No, listen, I have got more responsibilities now than I've ever had, but I live a much more rested life. This is about our approach to life, about how we choose to live life. Yes, there are some practicalities, but actually a lot of it's about a heart attitude and deciding that you are not going to live that way anymore. And a lot of it is to do with unlearning some of the things our tech has taught us, unlearning some of the expectations that our technology has put on us about how life should be. So we stand at the crossroads and we have a choice to make. You can live a less hurried life. You can live a less busy life. You can live a life where you rest in the love of Jesus and you know it as a reality despite the chaos going on. It is possible, but it will mean you have to make a choice. Ask for the ancient paths. Ask where the good way is. You see, there is nothing that I can think of that has come in the 21st century that helps us live a less hurried life. It's all sold as this idea that it's going to save us time and save us money and save this and save that. But actually all it does is drag us into something different. You realise in our consumerist society, the biggest fight is not for your finances, it's for your attention. And the tech companies are really, really good at grabbing your attention. Of course, they know though, if you've got your attention, your money and your time will follow. So there is a huge fight for our attention right now. And there's something about the ancient paths that are really helpful in that, which we'll explore together as we go on. So if you ask for the ancient paths and ask where the good way is and then walk in it, you will find rest for your souls. There is an option of having rest. It is possible to be rested. It is possible to live a daily life in the chaos of this world with all your stuff that you've got going on and not be anxious and not allow that chaos to cause your anxiety levels to go through the roof, but you will have to walk in it. You will have to do something and then walk in it. But my main message in this session one is this: there is an opportunity to find rest and peace in Jesus, but it will need some decision making and it will need some walking in. But if you do that, you will find the rest for your soul that Jesus promised. See you in session 2.